Hi again, everyone. This is David Blakey. The name of this video is Python Regular Expressions Anchors. I guess this is the unpronounceable character, like Prince's name. These are the two anchors, the caret and the $. And if you're following along on the videos, this would be the first special characters that we'll see. Now, we can match on any sort of text. So you can see this pattern here of these characters. This might match on a string. We could even try it. We could change our pattern to why don't we change it to these guys? See what we get. Now, actually, this is not going to work. Let me try to do that and see if that'll work. Let's see if it'll match. Okay, it didn't match. Got some problems here. Probably need to escape that guy. Yeah, that matched. Okay. I had to escape him, but we'll get to that in a minute. Why don't we just remove that $sign for now? As you can see, we've got some crazy characters here that will match in a regular expression. But these characters only mean what they actually are, right? The @ character, the hash mark character, and the exclamation point character. These are characters within a string, and we're using these same characters in a pattern to match on them. But the $sign has a very special meaning. And if I get rid of these other characters just to make things clearer, the $sign has a very special meaning. And that $sign means anchored to the end. Let's take the example of this AAA pattern. You see how AAA matches if we run it. AAA matches. Let me see if I can, why don't we say my pattern equals R AAA. My pattern, my string, and we'll say, why don't we say this matched that, and we'll put as part of the formatted string my pattern, my string. My pattern, my string. Let's see if it works. Okay, AAA matched AAA DEFG. All right, good, good. Now let's introduce a $sign. Now the $sign is going to, within the pattern, it's going to anchor the pattern to the end of the string. In other words, what we're saying when we say AAA $sign in the pattern is we're looking for a string that ends in AAA. Why don't we make it something more real worldy? We'll say hello world. Okay, and here we're going to look for hello, but anchored to the end of the string. So the question is, will this match? Well, I just told you that the $sign anchors the pattern to the end of the string, and that what we mean by that is that hello now needs to appear at the end of the string for it to match. So without a $sign, hello certainly matches. It matches at the beginning of the string. Hello matched hello world. I guess I have to put quotation marks here. Let's make it even clearer. Even clearer, preternaturally clearer. Hello matched hello world. Okay, that's good. But what would happen if we anchored it to the end? Well, that doesn't match at all. Doesn't match because hello doesn't match at the end. World matches at the end, so we can anchor that there. See what that looks like. That works. World $sign matched hello world because world is at the end. You can see we can do something as little as adding a space to the end of the string. Suddenly it doesn't match anymore. The $sign anchors the match to the end. And that's why for most uses of it, the $sign would appear at the end of a pattern because it's the last thing you see because it's anchoring it at the end of the string. There should be nothing left of the string when we finish the match. The opposite of that, the caret, which occurs at the beginning of the pattern and it signifies matching at the beginning of the string. That's our anchor to the front. This doesn't match, of course. Doesn't match because the caret is specifying the beginning of the string. So we can anchor to the beginning and say hello, and that should work. Terrific. Hello at the beginning of the string matches hello world. Sure, makes sense. We can even do both. We can anchor at the beginning and at the end. This is the same as string equivalence. It's looking for this pattern within the string, but requiring that it begin with the anchor and end with the anchor. That is, begin with this hello and end with the world. Would it work if we took the anchors off? Well, of course it would, because it's still a substring match. It matches within the string. It happens to match the whole string, but that doesn't matter so much. But the main point is that it matches within the string. So we could put an extra space here and some extra characters here, and of course it would still work. Of course it would still match. Oops, having a little trouble here. Right? You can see I've changed the string. Hello world matches all this craziness. Why does it match this? Because it's not matching the whole string. It's matching hello comma world. And if we try to ruin the pattern by, let's say, anchoring it to the end, we're going to find that it doesn't match anymore. We could prove that it's working by anchoring it to the end and removing the extra characters, and that'll work, surely. Hello world appears at the end of the string. And this is hello world. It's just anchored to the end. But again, if we were to put the beginning anchor on, it certainly wouldn't work. It wouldn't work unless we attempted to match on the whole string, unless we wanted to match on the whole string. If we trimmed the string down to exactly what we want, then it would go back to working. So good. That's the anchors. Now it's going to come into play more significantly when we look at character classes and quantifiers, so that we could say something like, you know, let's look at the let's see if there's a number at the end of this string, or let's see if there are spaces at the beginning of the string or at the end of this string. Or let's verify, make sure that there are non-spaces at the end of the string. That is, that there aren't any spaces near the end of the string or at the end of the string. And that's how we would use anchors. And we'll see that. But we also oftentimes will use the beginning and ending anchor to signify the whole match. And keep in mind, we haven't gotten there yet, but since this is equivalence, we could probably say if my string equals my pattern. And that should work the same as this surge. But when we look at more complex things like, as I say, character classes, we're going to see that plain string equivalence is really not what we're after here. That's something that could easily be done, right, with a regular string method or using the special operator. But we will look at these more complex usages in the subsequent video. Thanks for watching.